I call the meeting of August 18th, 2025 to order at 6 p.m. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, tonight we have an invocation by Deacon Eric Page.
Good evening. To get us started, I'm going to share with... There you go. Oh, got it. All right. Good evening. To get us started, I'm going to share with you a document from the church. The Catholic Church considers a guiding document for much of the work that we do, from Gaudium et Spes. The joys and the hopes, the griefs and the anxieties of the people of this age, especially those who are poor or in any way afflicted, these are the joys and hopes, the griefs and the anxieties of the followers of Christ. Indeed, nothing genuinely human fails to raise an echo in their hearts. So together, let's ask for God's blessing for this community and for wisdom and grace for all those who are gathered here today. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Okay, will the clerk please call the roll?
Potato.
Here.
Bowman.
Here.
Farragut.
Here.
Cole.
Here.
Elfers.
Here.
Kenna,
Here.
Ranky,
Everybody's here.
Councilmember Ranky.
Oh, except for Councilmember Ranky. Councilmember Ranky is absent tonight. He's made proper notifications. And is there a motion to excuse Councilmember Ranky?
I'll make a motion to excuse Councilmember Ranky.
Thank you. And do I have a second?
Mayor, who made the motion?
Bowman.
Thank you.
And second from Botetto.
Thank you.
Been moved and seconded to excuse Councilmember Ranky. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimous. Okay. Moving along to the consent agenda. Will the clerk please read the consent agenda?
Item number 1, Resolution 1729, interlocal agreement with the City of Auburn for White River mitigation funding. Item 2, White River restoration, design consultant contract amendment. Item 3, White River restoration, dialogue group facilitation contract amendment. Item 4, operations facility, Puget Sound Energy contract. Item 5, City Hall electric vehicle chargers, Puget Sound Energy contract. Item 6, 166th Avenue East widening and improvements design consultant agreement supplement. Item 7, water systems improvement consultant contract award. Item 8, approval of the checks and electronic payments in the amount of $12,230,514.53. Item 9, approval of the council meeting minutes from August 4th, 2025, regular council meeting.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Bowman, would you please make a motion to adopt the consent agenda?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the consent agenda.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right. Seconded by Councilmember Kennan. Would any council member wish to remove an item? All right. Seeing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimous. All right. We have no public hearing tonight. And we move on to regular business. Unfinished business, ordinance number 2935, assuming leadership of Sumner's Transportation Benefit District. Councilmember Clerget, would you like to make a motion?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to adopt ordinance number 2935, assuming leadership of Sumner's Transportation Benefit District.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I second it.
Seconded by Councilmember Cole. I call on Communications Director Carmen Palmer.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Before you tonight is the second step of a three-step process to install a transportation benefit district, and that is assuming leadership. So this is probably the one that's a little hard to understand. What that means is you formed the district already following the same limits as the city limits. And because it follows the same as the city limits, you now have the option to also assume leadership, which means you are the governing body of the district. The district and the city are one. If you did not take this step, you would have to hold different public meetings. You could even have a different board, which is a possibility, but it does get a little confusing and a little more taxing for you and the staff to track two different things. And I think for clarity to the public, they know to come to a council meeting if they have an issue, and that way you don't have to refer them to a different board or a different meeting. So we are recommending taking these steps tonight to assume leadership of the district. As I did with the formation step, I just want to give you an update on the public engagement. 111 visitors came to the project page. There have been a number of public hearing notices about this, also on the website homepage and in the print newsletter that went out in mid-July. I did reserve a couple things, and for a reason. The third step in this process, so here you are at the end of the second step, assuming leadership, and these are all spelled out by the state in their code. The third step is where you actually fund the district. So you form the district, it exists on paper, but it doesn't really affect the public. Then you assume leadership. That's a leadership, kind of a bureaucratic decision, but still it doesn't affect the public. When you fund the district, which you have asked us to pursue only the 0.1% sales tax option, that's when it affects the public. For some reason, I don't quite understand, but maybe people smarter than me do. The state requires us to hold public hearings for the first two steps and not a one for the third step. So I did reserve a little bit of the engagement with the public for that third step. So you will see it in our e-newsletter, on social media, with that third step, because that is when it could potentially change what people pay when they buy something that's subject to sales tax here in the city of Sumner. So that's when we will do that final push on e-news and social media about the funding of the Transportation Benefit District. Other than that, that's the end of my presentation, unless you have any questions.
All right, thank you. So since this was heard at a public hearing on August 4th, 2025, there will be no public comment taken. Do I have any comments from council? No? No? All right. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Cole,
Yes.
Clairgut,
Yes.
Canna,
Yes.
Potato,
Yes.
Helfers,
Yes.
Bowman.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right, passes unanimous. Okay, moving on to public comment. Michelle, will you please read the rules for public comment?
When the clerk calls your name, please step up to the podium, making sure the green button is on, and you have 3 minutes to speak. As a reminder, commenters are prohibited by state law from utilizing public comment to campaign for an appointed or an elected office, or to use public comment to support, promote, or oppose any candidate for an appointed or elected office. This portion of the meeting is the council's opportunity to hear from the committee and not to answer questions. We do have 3 people who have signed up for public comment. The first person is Tina Burnett.
Well, thank you. Okay, is there anyone participating via Zoom who would like to make this comment?
Push the button.
Nobody on Zoom. Okay.
You ready?
And,
Tina Burnett, is that Mayor?
excuse me, Michelle, what did you say?
Tina Burnett is
Yes,
ready to speak.
I got that. I was
Thank you.
crossing off things. All right, please state your name and your address. And
Tina Burnett, 228 Sumner Avenue.
Microphone. Microphone, Tina.
Tina, would you? Yeah.
There you go. Now you're good.
Thanks.
Okay. I want to thank you for moving the fence back at the former Ryan House property so it's no longer blocking the sidewalk. That's a few weeks ago, well, 2 weeks ago, the pretty crosswalk that we had at both ends of the schools area on Willow Street were jackhammered away early in the morning, but not so early to cause a noise complaint. Somebody asked and was told that it was removed because it was an illegal crosswalk. Well, if that's true, then 2 weeks later, it's still an illegal crosswalk. You haven't painted the lines that are supposed to be there. You could actually have painted them behind the very pretty crosswalk, but guess not. We can't have pretty things in this city. Next is, it'll be interesting to see how the city council, now that you're in charge of the Transportation Benefit District, managed to raise the sale tax while denying the city any public transportation. That's what I expect. I hope I'm wrong, because I think we need public transportation in this city, get people out of their cars. East Sumner is so cut off from downtown Sumner. and they shouldn't be. They're not the poor little stepchildren. They're a vital part of this community. So we need public transportation to get people around. You say we're growing with more cars, we need more public transportation. Zender Avenue. Ryan Windisch has a plan. They're going to put the IDEA area over Zender Avenue and the area around the post office and down to McClendon's, so that they can pressure the home property owners on Zender Avenue to sell out to the developers, and they can develop that area. These are affordable homes that they want to tear down. I thought we wanted affordable homes, and put up expensive 4-story light industrial area and 4-story, 3-story apartments that nobody can afford. Tear down affordable housing, put up unaffordable housing. Well, let's see, 13, 12, 11. Yeah, I guess that's all my thoughts today.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Mayor, the next person is Nick Bierman, Parker Road.
Nick Bierman. Can you hear her?
Yeah.
Parker Road.
Still on? Yes. Okay. All right, yeah, Nick Bierman, Parker Road East. Mayor and council members, 2 weeks ago in this room, you witnessed a lot of emotion, raw emotion and hurt feelings expressed in your direction, along with statements reflecting a general lack of trust between the city leadership and the residents in the community. I do want to thank you to the council members who showed empathy and showed signs of grieving with us. What we witnessed from our leader, on the other hand, was a different story. I only say leader because that's associated with the figurehead of our city government. But what we saw during the last 2 years, during the entire Ryan House crisis, was not leadership. Leaders bring people together, not tear them apart. Over the past 2 years, we repeatedly saw stoicism, we saw bullying, we saw no attempt to work together or form a partnership, just pushing away people who disagree. It's a done deal is what I remember hearing in response to the citizen uproar. And even just 2 weeks ago, the lack of emotion in response to people who are grieving and feeling genuine pain was a complete lack of heart. Stop. Time's up. This is a business meeting. Well, this is our business too. Or did you forget who you work for? Do you forget who you represent? When you use bullying tactics to silence us and say things like, don't talk to those people, who do you represent? Those people, what does that mean? Don't talk to the constituents, don't talk to the citizens who you supposedly represent. One thing is abundantly clear: we need a complete change in leadership. We need a new direction for our community, and we need to start by rebuilding that trust. You can start by including our comments and our notes, our expressions of sorrow in the city official meeting minutes, and I didn't even see that in the meeting minutes from the last time. All right, thank you.
All right.
And the
Anybody
last
else?
person is Randall Adams.
Randall Adams.
In the negotiated settlement, Judge Rumball ruled the city acted illegally by acting directly opposite of the then comprehensive plan. The city and Nancy Ryan Dressel's attorney, Bricklin, negotiated a settlement with attorney Bricklin sending over a proposed settlement of the first trial, with the very last item being the demolition resolution and the demolition permit are rescinded. Just straightforward English. The city did not like some of what was presented to them and wanted to go back to litigate the final settlement in front of the judge, because you keep giving the city attorneys unlimited funds and they try to overwhelm whoever is fighting them with legal fees. Instead, an agreement was made and included the following items written by the city attorneys. Because the city failed to comply with SEPA before approving the demolition permit is rescinded for this reason too, and the matter is remanded to the city to follow proper SEPA process and the comprehensive plan amendment process before making any decisions about the demolition of the Ryan House. This comp plan was approved in 24. Your vote to demolish it was in September of 23. So how can that be before? How can you keep holding on to 1663 if that was done prior to the new comprehensive plan? This judgment said you couldn't do that. The settlement does not suggest the city could toll 1663 until you wanted to use it to issue a new demo permit. No, you had to vote yourselves to demolish it, and the city did not follow that process properly to allow a demo permit to be issued as should have been. Recently, Ryan Windisch presented to the Planning Commission a new way to zone manufactured home parks here in town that contradicts what you, the City Council, have approved, and wants this new zoning decisions to no longer be presented here with you. Instead, they want to do a complete end run around you and go directly to the city hearing administrator. In other words, your constituents would have to hire an attorney and those expenses just to present their positions about zoning changes instead of doing so in an open city council meeting like this. Guess what was presented to you was for show. Now the go is to go around you. You need to stop this now. The idea of citizens having to go to court just to fight changes that have always been done here in council is another example that city administration wanting to financially drain citizens who may have legitimate claim or questions at the city. Can you smell big dollar developers here, or who is the staff representing? Certainly not the citizens or your best interest. Think of Amanda and Casey Henderson from our last meeting. This is exactly what the city has tried to do with them. Local attorneys won't take cases against you because they know that your game plan is to financially bankrupt citizens instead of trying to get to the truth. Still, you keep authorizing hundreds of thousands of dollars for legal expenses. Just say no to the city attorney. Say instead, go find a solution that doesn't cost us so much, or change your desire to seek litigation as the answer for everything.
We have no other people who have signed up for public comment.
All right, anybody else want a chance? Go ahead, state your name and address.
Melissa Fox, live in Spanaway, Washington. I was here at the last council meeting regarding tearing down of the Ryan House and how that was all handled. In the end of that, several council members spoke, and as it goes in this, we speak, we don't get any response, obviously. Council always gets the last word. What I find is that was said over and over is, we've listened to you, we've heard you, but you haven't listened, you've heard, and there's a big difference between that. And I'm just saying, tonight, I'm watching Randy, and of course, people don't see your faces when Randy's up here talking, but I'm filming, and I'm looking, and you guys are looking down like this. You can't even look at the person who's speaking. And yeah, Councilmember Bettetto, go ahead and hold that up. But you weren't even looking at the speaker, and that's just it's disgraceful. It's demeaning, and it puts the public down. And you know what? I don't live in Sumner, but my family has deep ties to it from back in the pioneer days. So, I might not be paying taxes, but I do care about this. I care about the history of Washington. So do show some respect for the public that comes up here and speaks by looking them in the eyes when they're talking. Thank you.
All right, anybody else before we move on? Seeing none, we will move over to new business. Ordinance number 2932, updating model business license exemption threshold. Councilmember Cole, would you like to make a motion?
I would. I move to adopt ordinance number 2932, updating model business license exemption threshold.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Councilmember Clergett. And I call on City Attorney Andrea Marquez, all ready to go.
Thank you. Before you tonight is ordinance 2932. It updates the threshold for business licenses in Sumner. This ordinance is an important housekeeping update to ensure that Sumner's code is consistent with the requirements in state law. Since 2018, we have adopted, by reference, the Model Business License Ordinance that the state adopted in the RCWs. And the threshold for an out-of-city business needing a business license in Sumner used to be $2,000 since 2018. This year, the state updated that model ordinance to increase the threshold to $4,000. So any business out of state or out of city business that does business in Sumner and makes less than $4,000 is not required to obtain a business license from the city. So tonight's ordinance not only updates our city code, but makes it effective on January 1st, 2026, allowing the city time to notify the Department of Revenue so they can update their records when folks apply online for a business license. Happy to answer questions.
Any questions for her? Go ahead.
Yeah, Andrea, that $4,000 or previously $2,000 limit, is that the businesses I'm trying to think of that would apply to, is that mostly like small businesses, vendors that come to the city, do business at an event or something, but otherwise are based out of another location? Is that kind of what that would be?
That's absolutely right. These are the small businesses that are incorporated in a different city. They don't actually reside in Sumner or regularly do business in Sumner, but if they come do business and obtain less than $4,000 gross, that there is no business license requirement.
Thank you.
Any other questions from council? No? Any questions from public? All right. Seeing none. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Pilfers,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
Bowman,
Yes.
Clargett,
Yes.
Potato,
Yes.
Kenna.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right. Passes unanimous. Okay, moving on. Ordinance number 2933, amending Sumner Municipal Code 13.20.040 for sewer winter averages. Jeff.
Do I need to?
Mayor, would you like a motion?
Councilmember Potato, would you like to make a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion to adopt ordinance number 2933, amending Sumner Municipal Code 13.20.040 for sewer winter averages.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Councilmember Kenna. And I call on City Administrator Jeff Steffens.
Good evening. Ordinance 2933 amends how some sewer bills in town are calculated. Residential sewer bills in Sumner are based off of a winter average or winter water consumption because this is the time of year when most water being consumed is leaving via the sewer system versus being used to wash cars, water flowers, or irrigate lawns. This ordinance reduces the number of months included in that winter average calculation from 6 to 5 by eliminating the May meter read. This change was recommended by our rate study consultants and for some customers could result in a lower winter average, which would create a lower monthly bill. I'm happy to answer any questions.
All right. Let's go to Zoom first. Do we have any questions on Zoom? Okay, seeing none. Any comments from council members? Do you have any questions for him? No? Andy, go ahead.
Hey, I was just curious. On the winter averages, is it calculated like on the whole city, or is it calculated on a house-by-house basis?
It's a house-by-house individual basis.
So you're telling me I shouldn't do pressure washing in the winter time, maybe?
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Any comments from public? All right. Come up, state your name and address.
Is it on?
Yes.
Tina Burnett, 228 Sumner Avenue. My question is this going to, what is the impact to the city revenues? Is this going to lower, raise, or keep it the same?
Mayor, per council rules, if council would like that question answered, council needs to ask it themselves. This is a time for the public to hear comment from the council, or from the, it's time for the council to hear comment from the public.
All right.
Can I ask for Jeff to answer that question? I'd be happy to hear the answer.
Okay.
Yeah, since this change was, as I mentioned, kind of included in our rate calculations, it should be revenue neutral to the city. it was kind of already accounted for.
Thank you.
All right. You good? Okay. Any other comments from the council on this? No? Clerk, please call the roll.
Kenna,
Yes.
Elfers,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
Potato,
Yes.
Bowman,
Yes.
Clairgett.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Passes
Ordinance passes unanimous.
All right. That is all the business we have for tonight. We are moving on to reports. Councilmember Kenna.
I don't think I have anything tonight.
No? Deputy Mayor Bowman.
I do have something. Yes, just going to share that I was at the Chalk Art Festival and the concert. Gosh, days fly by. I think a week and a half ago, last Saturday. And based on, well, it's irrelevant, I judged the chalk art. And boy, that was so fun. That's actually a hard job. Wow. And so I think everybody did a wonderful job. There were so many young people, people of all ages, just phenomenal artwork that I saw there. So really enjoyed it, really enjoyed the music. And that place was jam-packed, and the food truck was there. So it was a great time. I saw some of the folks that are here, saw them there. Really enjoyed it. So I think it's a great thing that we do, that the city does, and in conjunction with, Lana does a good job. And the music and stuff. So I just going to say that's a great thing that this town does. It was a lot of fun. And I think that's really all I have. That's it. Thanks.
Councilmember Clairgett.
Yeah, I just want to thank the band, Sumner High School band, for putting on the car show. That was a good thing. So I hope we can keep that up, or they can keep it up. Thank you.
Councilmember Cole.
No report.
Councilmember Elfers.
I don't have anything tonight, thanks.
And Councilmember Botetto.
I don't have anything tonight.
City Administrator.
Good evening, Council and Mayor. Coming up at next week's study session, the YMCA will be here to talk about their status of their services agreement with the city, as well as their plans to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the YMCA. We'll also be discussing with Council a request that we received from Pierce County regarding annexing all or part of our urban growth area. And we'll be going through that process and seeking some input from Council. September 1st is actually Labor Day, so we do not have a meeting that day, and the mayor has chosen to cancel the meeting for that week. So there will not be a meeting on Tuesday like there sometimes is when we have a Monday holiday. In other news, for over a decade, the city has contracted with a third party for senior center services. From time to time, it's always important for us to evaluate those services that the public is receiving based on cost effectiveness as well as the overall service level. Based on those factors, the executive department felt it was necessary to terminate the private agreement for senior center services. And over the next few weeks, the city will reassume the daily operations and management of the center. There's no anticipated service disruption, and we thank Stafford Suites as well as Care Partners for their stewardship over the past 12 years. And lastly, on October 1st, the city will provide the Ryan heirs the opportunity to review and collect any items that were salvaged from the Ryan House. And more information will be posted on our website by the end of this week. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? No? Any questions? Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
All right. All Sounders celebration. Come on down to Siebenthaler Park this Wednesday, August 20th from 1 to 4:30 p.m. We'll be opening the new mini pitch that was installed at the park by the Rave Foundation, the nonprofit arm of the Seattle Sounders, FC. There will be games, free soccer balls, and lots of fun. It's all hosted by their sponsor, American Family Insurance, and there will also be free hot dogs provided by the Old Cannery. For a long time, we've wanted to add more fun to Siebenthaler Park, and it's great to celebrate this new addition. This is part of an effort to bring more options for free soccer options to our region before the 2026 World Cup. I was out there today, and it's adorable. It's little goals for kids, and they're going to have a ball. So we have no executive session tonight. And We have no further business between the council, so with all of that, I will adjourn this meeting at 6:31 p.m.